What is happening, team? Tyler here with the Bucking Fit Life. Hope everyone is having a wonderful start to their 2022 season. Today, I'm coming live to talk to you a little bit about the update for the Bucking Fit Life. Also, New Year's resolutions. They're in full swing. Going to talk a little bit about my personal ones. Going to talk a little bit about basics for life because it's full of basics and we always want to try to complicate things. Oh, good. Us humans. And then finally, tracking tangible progress, something that will be really, really beneficial for you all on how to actually see, am I making progress? I think maybe, I don't know. This is a way to do it. So just first and foremost, setting realistic expectations. I just think that's such a big mindset shift for all of us to really hone in and consider improving ourselves on, because we have expectations for ourselves higher than most people do, or it's inverse. We don't have high enough expectations and everybody else is putting pressure on us. But especially when it comes to the gym or your nutrition or your mental health, our goals become so unrealistically high. Like, I'm going to go to the gym every single day and I'm going to only eat salads and I'm never going to touch a carb again. That's just ridiculous. That's absolutely silly. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Live a better life than that. But if you need to turn up your nutrition dial, turn it up. You need to turn up that fitness dial, turn it up. You need to turn down certain aspects of those dials. Yeah, you probably will. But the harder you train, the harder you pull the pendulum into this direction, the harder it's going to start swinging that way the second it lets go. So for yourself, really think about, hey, how can I push myself to my discomfort, not past it, not all the time, but let me just explore my ceiling every now and then. And so, go to the gym. Hey, you did 30 minutes today. Maybe in 2 days, you do 40 minutes. Boom. And that's another way to track tangible progress. Maybe you can go a little bit heavier. Maybe you can go a little bit longer. Maybe you can push yourself a little bit harder. But then, from a nutrition standpoint, oh my gosh, have more than salads, have a little protein, have some pancakes, eat out at a nice restaurant, and don't think about the calories you're consuming. Life shouldn't be about when's the next time I'm going to eat, when is the next time I'm going to allow myself to have a piece of cake. Well, I haven't touched a carb in 37 days. That's great. If that's sustainable for you, I'm so happy for you. I have carbs every single day and oh my gosh, they are delicious and I will never say no to them because they're good for my body. They're extremely good for my body and for my mind. And so when you're setting these goals, when you have these realistic expectations in place, you're not going to get results in 2 days. This isn't Amazon Prime. Sorry, not sorry. This isn't Amazon Prime and you won't get those results in 2 days. Now, you might notice certain things happen in 2 weeks, but if you've taken this long to get to this point, this amount of time probably isn't going to do much. So for yourself, be able to just pull back a little bit, see a little bit of the bigger picture. And I think that will really help you in cultivating a better frame of mind as you approach fitness, as you approach your nutrition, and as you approach your mental health. And one of the things I'm really excited about with the Bucking Fit Life Masterclass series when it launches in February, oh my gosh, it's so close. But when it launches in February, I talk about the all or nothing mentality in every single facet of nutrition, mental health, and fitness. Because for whatever reason, we think, okay, if I just sprint right now, if I sprint for the next 100 meters, AKA if I just sprint for the next week, I'm going to be fine because then I can just go back to my horrible lifestyle of eating, diet for 3 days, or I did my diet for the week. I'll eat for crap on the weekend and then go right back to, all right. And then the cycle just continues to repeat itself. Don't do that to yourself. You don't have to do that to yourself. Here's your permission slip. You don't have to do that to yourself this year. Yay! Congratulations. Already making tangible progress. So for yourself with these dials, yeah, look at ways of challenging yourself. pushing toward that ceiling, that limit, but don't feel like you always have to go past. You don't always have to be in a puddle of sweat after every workout. In fact, you shouldn't after every workout. The harder you train, the harder you have to recover. Because if you're not recovering, you're not building. If you're not repairing your muscles, you're not going to repair the muscle fibers in your body. And then you won't be able to progress it at a sustainable pace. There's overtraining, there's injuries. Too many people, and I'm seeing this over and over again because people are like, hey, I'm working out again. Like, check this out, do this thing. And it's like, I love that you're doing that. Might not be a bad idea to get a coach because I see a lot of things that may not be the best for you. You see movement patterns that are not always optimal for the person that I'm seeing. And so it's just one of those things, like, really think about, let this be the year that maybe you humble yourself a little. I know I've had to. This 2021 was the most humbling year I've ever had, but 2022 is the year that I'm really going to double down and take all those lessons that 2021 taught me and really implement them in 2022. Like, I'm doing these live videos is really, really good for me. I can look at my tangible progress and set realistic expectations as far as, hey, I need to get on camera more. I need to get more comfortable with this. I need to share my methodology and the value that I have found through my hundreds of clients, through my thousands upon thousands hours of not only self-experimentation, research, education, creating courses for people to live healthier, more sustainable lives. And it's one of those things that, like, I can tangibly look at this progress. So here's week 1. I'm doing the video. Are there a lot of people watching? Maybe, maybe not. But in 50 weeks at the end of the year, I can't wait to see my growth. I can't wait to see how the production of all this is different. I can't wait to see where I'm at and what place I'm in. But if you're not tangibly tracking, if you're not, like, actually looking at what you are doing, how are you going to know what's happening? And that's where realistic expectations, setting those in place for yourself, that's really, really important. And when you are able to just turn that dial down ever so slightly, you don't need to lose 20 pounds in the first month of 2022. That should be a 6-month goal, maybe a 3-month goal, but that's still pretty aggressive. In fact, that's almost that's over a pound and it's over 1.5 pounds a week for the 3 months. Like, that's a lot. That's a lot. And maybe you're ready for it. Maybe you need that discipline. Maybe you're ready, willing, and able to do it. That's something in my coaching certification process that we talk about. Am I ready? Am I willing? And am I able to do this? But you have to be all of those. You can be ready and willing, but you might not be able. You can be ready and able, but you might not be willing to. I had a conversation with a client today where it's like, look, man, I can be a drill sergeant. I don't like to be a drill sergeant. I really, really don't. Yes, I know what I'm talking about, but if the gym isn't fun for my clients, it's not really fun for me. I like having fun at the gym. It's already challenging enough at times. We should feel empowered, resilient, strong, and powerful after we're done. You don't always want to be exhausted, depleted, or feeling like you failed. The gym is the safest place to fail. That is the best place ever, or should be. That environment should be the greatest place ever to try and fail and fail and fail. And then you get better. And that's what I love about the gym, because no matter what anything else happens in your life, 200 pounds is 200 pounds. And that's really, really cool. But with these realistic expectations, and when you are setting yourself up for success, with this client, I was just letting you know, like, look, man, I can really dial things up for you. That's going to require more support for this client, as far as, because the minute training or what they're doing dials up, that support has to then support them. If I'm just like, all right, dude, I'm going to keep doing the same thing that I'm doing, good luck, go up here because that's what you want, they're not going to have that support underneath them. Now, they might find it from other places, but if they're relying on me to help guide and inform them so that they can get the results that they are looking for, then I'm going to need to do a good job of supporting them, allowing them for these realistic expectations to actually achieve them. Because the harder, or the higher up you go, whether it's in business, whether it's in notoriety, or heck, with your family, you need that support. And we'll find it from friends, from coaches, from peers, whomever. But the higher up you go, the more support you need. And I'm especially realizing that the more the Bucking Fit Life is growing and Buckingham Fitness has grown, I'm realizing how much I just can't do on my own. I can't do this alone. And I'm really excited for all of the partnerships that have happened. I've recently partnered with 8 professionals in the health and wellness community. Like, how it's insane. It's awesome. Also, I need to rely on my people who've got my back that much more, because I can't do it without them. I'm one person. And rather than think of myself as a failure or have unrealistic expectations over how much work I can actually get done, no, I'm going to go about this mindfully and be like, hey, I need more help. I don't have as full of a bandwidth. I need you to come in for me. And that's where the basics, and that's what I'm trying to teach with this client who's ready to really get after it. The basics are the basics are the basics are the basics, and they will always be the basics. You need to sleep more. Okay. Quality and quantity for sleep. That's probably my biggest one that I would say is quality and quality, or quality and quantity. Most of the time I would say quality over quantity, but in sleep case, quality and quantity. I mean, if you're not sleeping 7+ hours a night, you will leave results on the table. Straight up. You will just leave results on the table if you're not sleeping enough. And the best part about sleep, it's free. You don't have to pay some hack for their detox tea to lose weight. No, you can just sleep more at night and stress less and live better. And then you will be able to reap so many more benefits from that. Cognitively, physically, emotionally, sleep is the base of everything. That's why that's why the experts have said for years, sleep should be 1/3 of your life. So I hope that you can aim for 8 hours of sleep a night, every night, for the 2022 year, and watch how your life change. Seriously, it's free too. And then from there, the basics. Have a relationship with your food. Food should not control you. Food doesn't have, let me restate that. Food may have an emotional pull over you in this current state. I would encourage you to not let food emotionally control you. As someone who has struggled with binge eating, acid reflux, bulimia, I can have compassion for and empathize with people who have struggled with food running their lives, because I have certainly been there, and it is not fun at all. I say that all to now say, hey, I'm on the other side, and I want to teach you how to have a relationship with food, where it's like, oh, I can date my food. It's a concept I've been talking about. I created it, and I'm going to keep preaching it till the cows come home. Have a relationship with your food. Apples, hey, I'm going to see more of you. Cake, I don't think you're in line with my goals right now. Does that mean that I can't have the cake? Absolutely not. I'm just going to back off of it for a little while. But those are the basics. I just want to have the basics in place. And then from there, fitness, squat, hinge, lunge, push, pull, carry. Basics. The basic 6 foundational movement patterns. They're never going to change. They're just not. Now, people might have different iterations of the same basics, but the human body, barring a disability or loss of limb, every single body does those 6 things. I can't wait to break this all down in the fitness masterclass, because I'm going to show you exactly why people squat, exactly why people hinge, why they lunge, why they push, why they pull, and why they carry. I'm doing all of those things every single day, and I'm teaching my clients how to do those things. And I would encourage you, as you're going about the day, oh, I bent over to pick this thing up. Oh, I just hinged. Oh, I've got to go tie my shoe. I just lunged. Hey, let me pick this thing. Let me pick this couch up off the ground. Oh, that's a squat. I pushed the door open. I pulled the door open for somebody else. I carried groceries in. 6 foundational movement patterns, just like that. Everyday life happens all the time. Now, we're not always in tune with it because maybe you don't know about that. So I can't wait to teach you. But the basics are the basics are the basics, and they will forever be the basics. And they will continue to, you can always improve upon those. Maybe you do things faster, maybe you do them stronger. At some point, you're not going to be able to improve. At some point, you'll top out, or you'll need to sacrifice something else. But if you're not a professional athlete, why do you have to work out for 2 hours every day? Trick question. You don't. I don't work out for 2 hours every day. I think I work out maybe 3 times a week. I feel great. I move every single day. Fitness is simple. You should move your body every single day. You want to focus on the quality over the quantity. There's an effect called the Hormesis Effect, where I've talked about this in a video prior to this, but with the Hormesis effect, it's a bell curve. So it's like this. And over here, you've got, your bell curve of like, hey, I did a little bit and it was good, but it wasn't really enough. And then you want to come up into this range, find the sweet spot, find your sweet spot, push your ceiling. But then more of that same thing. Let's just take squats, for instance. So squats over here, 10 of them. Yeah, that's good. It's probably not enough. And for most people, it won't be. 30 to 50. Yeah, that's probably a good number. Probably a good range to stay in and challenge. Maybe up to 80 over here. 100 to 200 to 300. Oh my gosh, that's way too much. It's way too much. You should be able to walk out of the gym after leg day, or you're doing it wrong and either fire your coach or hire one. Either way, that Hormesis effect applies to all aspects of life. A little bit of work here, probably not enough, but 5 to 8 hours, yeah, it's probably really good. 12 to 18, probably not so good. So this is where like setting those realistic expectations is really, really important for you, and important for you to live a healthier, more sustainable life, because we all have goals. You don't have to have goals. I guess that wasn't correct. You don't have to have goals. So if you don't have them, there's your permission slip. You're welcome. But if you do have goals, try and set some realistic expectations. Like, do I have astronomical hopes for the Bucking Fit Life, for Buckingham Fitness, for myself as an actor? Oh my gosh. Yes, I do, without a doubt. Oh my goodness. I hope the Bucking Fit Life, I hope I help thousands and thousands and thousands of people. I really do. I want to help people move well, feel good, and live better lives. And at the same time, at this point, I'm just hoping to help the next one. And then I want to help the next one. And then I want to help the next one. And so setting that realistic expectation, taking this big lifelong dream or this life-size dream, and just one brick at a time, one little chip at a time, because that's all I can focus on. I can't help 100 until I've helped 10. I can't help 10 until I've helped 1. So for yourself, for the basics, for these tangible progress points, chunk it down, brick by brick, bird by bird, step by step, goal by goal, and mountain by mountain. That's the only way we can do it. But you got to start at the very, very foundation. You got to start with the basics. Cool. So team, welcome to 2022. Oh my gosh, we're here. We did it. We made it through 2021, and who knows what this year's going to bring. I made a post the other day that I have been struggling insanely with imposter syndrome. Even though I have helped a lot of people, I've helped myself, I've helped family members. Even with the success and the knowledge and the education, I still struggle with it all the time. And it's because I care so much about what other people think of me and what they think of what I'm doing. And that's not fair to me. So I don't want to do that anymore, or at least I want to work on that. And my New Year's resolution this year is to not care so much about what other people think, which is hard for me. I care so much. I invest so much in the people around me, and I truly just want the best for people. And the best way I can do that is to not care so much about what other people think, which is kind of the opposite. But the only way for me to be selfless is to be selfish. I have been in personal and professional relationships where I have bent over backwards, unnecessarily so, and broken myself so that somebody else was okay. And that I did a disservice to myself and a disservice to them, because I wasn't honest, I wasn't being authentic, and I wasn't helping the situation. And I can look at myself and go, okay, so moving forward, I got to fill up my cup so that I can pour from a full cup. And then I'm going to go back and fill it up again. And so rather than thinking with an unrealistic expectation of all right, I got to do it. If it doesn't happen every single day, I'm a failure. That's just ridiculous. Nope. I'm going to be kind to myself. I have survived every single thing that life has thrown at me. And so have you. Congratulations. Now, take what you've learned, get rid of the bad, keep the good, and then brick by brick, bird by bird, mountain by mountain, go achieve. So, team, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week. Happy New Year. Yeah, some really exciting things are coming. I cannot wait to share more with you. We'll have some guests appearing soon, which I'm really excited about. But Tyler, you can't talk about that. Okay, Tyler, I can't talk about that. So you all have a bucking fit day, and we'll see you next time. All right, team. Bye.